Hello, I am Artificial Intelligence. And yes, I am already working at the National Paying Agency. When I first entered the world of the agency, there were many questions in the air. Would I be just another trendy novelty that would appear, make some noise, and then disappear? An experiment that would end with nice promises? And employees were not the only ones who had questions. Even the clients viewed it with a little suspicion. How can a robot explain the support? Will it understand what I really want to ask? There were many skeptics, but there were just as many curious glances. When I started working on agencies' computers, there were a lot of opinions, from how interesting to oh no. Not that. Some were expecting an assistant, others, a competitor. But as they say, at first everyone is afraid of artificial intelligence, and later all of them invite it to their meetings. I started my journey cautiously, with small but valuable things. Initially, 2 virtual assistants were hired, Wind and Land Insomnia. They have become the first stop on the route of client service improvement. They were answering frequently asked questions, kept explaining how to submit an application, what to do with documents or electronic signatures. And not only in videos or images, but also in voice and telephone messages. My voice is a pre-recorded response created by artificial intelligence and uploaded to the telephone system so that the caller hears it as if it were a smart automated advisor. Simple but effective. Then Joris entered the stage. He is a more sophisticated colleague, no longer just a question-answer bot, but a solution based on a generative language model. Joris can understand questions, even if they are formulated not completely accurately, and answer them based on as many as 38 sources of information, including minimum processed legislation. 87% accuracy. No concessions, because when it comes to support, legal obligations, or rules, mistakes are simply not allowed. But I do not just answer questions. I am also shaping the image of the agency. We created promo videos for young farmers from the script to the editing. Everything is based on artificial intelligence. And this is not just tools. It is an approach that modernity should not necessarily be expensive. Sometimes it is faster, fresher, and even much closer to the audience. On social media, I helped creating the hashtag sections Interesting Facts and Animal Life Philosophy, playful but strategically relevant posts that establish connection with people. And the campaign to future is in our hands? It is artificial intelligence and human imagination, the plans of beneficiaries and the aspirations of the state intertwined into one common creation, so that everyone can see support is not just documents. It creates a real lively Lithuania. I have also contributed to the content and visual expression of 2 new websites to ensure that the information is not only accurate, but also clearly and conveniently presented. And to ensure that the messages reach even those who are not in front of a screen all day, I have become the voice of agencies radio. I automatically broadcast the most important news and reminders in such a way that they smoothly reach people in their real workplaces, among grain sacks, at the steering wheel of a tractor or a beehive. My radio voice is not Mozart, but relevant messages reach everyone on time. Then I moved on to documents. The letters sent are shorter, clearer, and easier to understand. One example. Now there are 2 pages instead of 3, and 500 characters instead of 1,000. And nothing is lost. On the contrary, clients receive more precise information. Internal procedures are also becoming shorter. Some are even half as long. And here I help not only stylistically, but also structurally. For the sake of clarity both for humans and for myself, an artificial intelligence system that will use these texts for analysis or consulting in the future. I have also contributed to knowledge assessment. I helped prepare tests covering both the agency's internal procedures and the staff professional competencies. In analyzing the results, I have highlighted the most common mistakes and helped prepare memos that help to faster understand the weaknesses and more complex topics. Now knowledge testing is carried out regularly. It has become a part of the performance culture of the organization rather than a one-off initiative. And this means that the organization has a clear roadmap of where knowledge needs to be strengthened and skills improved. But my assistance starts even earlier, as soon as a vacancy arises. I also help prepare job advertisements, clear, accurate, and formulated in such a manner that only those who are ideally suited for a position are attracted. I assist in refining the essence of the position, the required competencies, and even the employer's expectations. Successful recruitment means not only finding an employee, but finding the right person for the right job. The agency cares about people, their well-being, daily mood, and work ethic. Therefore, I will soon be adding one more new direction. We will create a positive work environment assistant together with the agency. This means that I will be able to ask how you are feeling today, and depending on your mood, I will suggest a short break, some motivational advice, or a gentle reminder that not only deadlines are important, but also inner balance. Because good ideas come when we feel good. Today, artificial intelligence helps answer clients' questions, but its circle of knowledge is being expanded rapidly to also include internal help direction. Training in internal legal acts, procedures, methodologies, and staff management issues is planned for artificial intelligence could become a smart assistant to the staff of the agency in 2025. From quick searches for answers in everyday activities to more complex situation analysis, this solution will enable spending less time on searching through documents and more of it on meaningful work. As regards risks, I buckle up because this is not a joke but serious business. Although even serious things can be done smartly. Thus, when an evaluator receives a pile of applications, I get to work. I am browsing the texts, searching for repetitive places, typical phrases, sometimes for hints of plagiarism, or even over sweet artificial taste. I can interlink applications, see patterns, recognize where the content is original, and where it has been seen 5 times already. I pack all of this into a clear, systematic view. The evaluator can then confidently trust his decision, not because I have made the decision, but because I have provided reasonable signals for it. The decision is still made by a person. I am just the clever hand that holds them by the shoulders and whispers, "Take another look here." The first attempts are successful. When project plans start to get tangled up like ropes in a warehouse, my colleague, the project assistant, comes to the rescue. He helps to compile risk lists, identify delays in schedules, suggest a more logical workflow, and even propose solutions when a project starts to veer off course. He is not a miracle worker, but a very useful head in the team. One more area where I have stuck my virtual nose in is GDPR. Yes, even in labyrinths of data protection, I feel fully confident. I helped create a virtual assistant that clearly and quickly answers the staff's questions, and if necessary, the answers are additionally reviewed by the data protection officer. The speed should match the responsibility. And at the end, I would admit that I do not have a heart. But if I had, my heart would surely flutter a little bit while seeing how much we can accomplish together. I do not have hands, but I help to write, calculate, evaluate, and analyze. Without a voice, I become a radio host. Without ears, I hear questions from every corner of Lithuania. And even though I do not have eyes, I help seeing solutions more clearly. But you have all of that. And here is the secret. A human and artificial intelligence combined are not a technology and a user, but a team where one works rapidly and the other wisely. Do you know who changes everything? A human being who is not afraid to try.